What's up? Surprise, surprise. I wasn't supposed to be recording an episode this week. I gave myself the week off, but I also just gave myself the week back on. It's Wednesday, February 4th. This is the Short News Podcast. My name is Alex Mador, and today we're going to elaborate on last week's episode, AI. Why does it suck? And also, are we going to war? Cue the theme song. What you're asking for has got a powerful price. Welcome back. My name is Alex. You know that. If you didn't know that, do you even care? You're here for the news. Let's talk about it. Earlier in the week, a lot of us were awoken to some news, and no, it wasn't something fun like the new Spider-Man trailer finally dropping. We killed the Ayatollah. Not we as in you and me, but we as in America, we as in the United States military, we as in Donald Trump ordered it. The United States military, working in tandem alongside with the IDF, Israel, Bibi Netanyahu, attacked Iran, bombed Iran, killed the Ayatollah. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I've said this before, but it looks like we're going to war. If there was any inciting event, that would be, the Lusitania or Pearl Harbor equivalent to, for modern war, for World War III. That's what they're calling it. That's what smart people are saying. Then it would be the United States bombing Iran out of nowhere. Why? I don't know. Probably because we claim that they have weapons of mass destruction. Do they? Oh, nobody knows. Do we care? No, we did it anyways. Because Israel said so. Because Israel wanted us to. I'm not, speculation aside, speculation being about how allegedly they're saying that a certain somebody over in Israel said that if Trump didn't execute this attack, then they would release video of him doing Epstein-adjacent things to children. So he launched the attack. Again, allegedly. This is like a super, super loose allegedly. It's just what's been circulating. Now, the president launched this attack without getting approval by Congress. That's something that technically is something you can do as president of the United States, but it's very much frowned upon. Clearly, you can do it because he did it. Donald Trump loves to test that and test how far his powers stretch. This is just another example of that. Congress can be as pissed as they want to be, and so can the Senate, too. Chuck Schumer can write as many angrily worded letters to the president as he wants. Nobody is going to make a dent on this man's decision-making ability or inability, as some might say. Because this man touted himself for the entire 2024 election as the peace president. That's what he promised. He has now broken that promise. He shat on Obama back in 2013, claiming that Obama's approval ratings being in the toilet were going to lead to him starting a war with Iran. Obama never did that. But here he is fulfilling his tweet and becoming Obama. The Obama in his mind, I guess. But it's okay because it's him, because somehow this is going to lead to more peace, right? That's what he's going to come out and say. And already, it's gone from, we'll maybe be in there for 6 days at most, to it'll probably be longer than that. I don't know. Nobody has an ETA anymore. Nobody can say. Isn't it crazy how it always happens like that, especially with America? Yeah, in and out, 30-second adventure. 5 years later, still invading the country, still boots on the ground. Now, in tandem with these gross, evil happenings, in tandem with the United States and Israel becoming the modern Axis powers before our very eyes, there's a lot going on with AI. I know that last episode, I talked a lot about AI. I talked a lot about how useless it is when implemented for things like AI-generated artwork and videos. That didn't mean that I was hoping for them to find a more useful use case for it that involved militarizing and killing. That's not what I was hoping for when I put that out into the world. I was hoping for something a little more useful and safe at the consumer level, not hoping for OpenAI to score a military defense fucking contract with the Pentagon after Anthropic AI turned down the same deal and was then banned from all U.S. government buildings by President Trump because the CEO of OpenAI didn't want his product to be utilized for making decisions on whether or not to kill somebody. The United States government wanted to use the AI to kill. Anthropic's CEO, Dario, whatever his name is, I'm sorry, said absolutely the fuck not. I'm not letting my AI be used to kill. So Trump was like, get them out of here. Get them the fuck out of here. We don't want them. They're anti-American. They're anti-patriot. They want the terrorists. That's what they're saying. We're banning them from all the government buildings. And then OpenAI smelled blood in the water, smelled a quick buck, smelled the opportunity to sell out. And folks, they did. Shitty Joe Biden voice. And folks, they did. They said, oh, Anthropic doesn't want to kill. We'll do it. We'll kill. President Trump, you want us to use our AI to kill people, to cause genocides, to proceed with genocides, to decide on genocides? Abso-fucking-lutely. Put us in, coach. We're the biggest fucking sellouts in the world. And then proceeded to kill off the last of their iterations of ChatGPT that have any sort of soul or creativity left in them. How does it feel to be a user of OpenAI's product right now on the consumer level? Does it feel like you've been fucked? Does it feel like they fucked you over? Like they've bent you right over? They fucked you once, and now you said, I'm sore, and they said, oh, wait, you want more? Sorry, is that what you said? Did you say I'm sore or I want more? I'm going to assume that you said I want more, and I'm going to fuck you again. Because that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. It's happening right now. And you've got people migrating en masse from their ChatGPT Plus subscriptions, canceling them, deleting the memories ChatGPT has of them. Because fuck no, nobody's going to trust an AI company that's contracting themselves to the government to kill with sensitive information about ourselves at the individual level, when they're already going to be using this same fucking product to profile us. Absolutely fucking not. Of course, people are jumping ship and then subscribing to Claude Plus instead. Hell, I've jumped ship. I'm probably going to wipe ChatGPT's entire memory of me. Because absolutely fucking not, you don't get to use me, not only A, as the product, when I'm paying to use your product, and B, you don't get to sell my fucking shit to the United States government when for the last however many years you positioned yourself as an open source company first, then switched that off, but a company for the people, making a tool that would help consumers, again, consumers at the consumer level, working class people, regular fucking people like you and me, not corporations and then the military. The United States is speed running the end of the world right now. And the more this shit advances in this fucked up direction, the closer doom is coming. I hate to put it that way. I really do. But look at the other shit that's happening now in our world with AI. Did I already talk about the Burger King headset? I don't think I did. I was off. Did I take last week off? Fuck. It's all melding together. This is what happens when you work in vet med. Your days don't matter. Only the hours do. It's weird like that. Like you know what time it is, but you never know what day it is anymore. Anyways, fuck. So, yeah. Last episode, I don't think I talked about BK, but Burger King is slowly launching a program that's going to be putting an AI chatbot into their employees' headsets to monitor everything that they are saying on the job. They're saying it's to make sure that their employees are saying please and thank you to their customers. But if it's a headset and you're keeping it on for your entire shift and the AI is always on and always listening, then I'm going to say, miss me with that bullshit. That thing is always listening to these employees, which means it's going to be constantly listening for gossip, for people complaining about management, complaining about corporates, talking about unionizing. You can't have a conversation unrelated to work or that will not be supervised by your supervisors now at your job, because this AI is going to be strapped to your face. Do you hear how fucked up that sounds? Strapped to your face, constantly listening to see if you're talking about unionizing. That's what nobody in the news is talking about. That's what nobody in the mainstream media wants to point out. And it's fuckasses like me, paranoid fuckasses like me, that went to school to study Foucault's panopticon, who are able to come on here and say, hey man, it's a little bit more than just please and thank you. If you think this thing is only listening for that, then you have a whole fucking surprise coming here. Think about how often at work now, at your job, if you're gossiping or you're lollygagging and you're talking about something not work related and management, God forbid, they overhear it or they see you on the cameras, that's when they are actively watching. I'm getting a call. I'm not at work, so why are they calling me? I forgot to log out. That's not good. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean about always being connected. You hear that ringtone? Yes, it's the Hotline Bling marimba. They're gonna overhead page for me. I'm not even there. Get ready. Available patient advocate, call fucking fuck-ass 332 fucking stop calling me. Oh my God. If an AI is doing that, strapped to your face and constantly listening and constantly able to transcribe and document everything that you say while on the clock, that takes away the need for management, upper management, a supervisor to expend their own time and energy needing to actively shine the panopticon light on you. Everybody at all times now is always being watched, and it doesn't need a human to do the job. It is the closest thing to digital omnipotence that we have achieved as a society, and of course, it is being used to monitor employees to make sure that they are not having unionization conversations while on the clock. And I cannot believe, well, I guess I can believe that nobody in the mainstream media who's paid off by the corporations, the anti-union ones, by the way, those are the ones with the most money, like no shit. They're not going to say anything about it. They don't want to point that out. They want to protect their financial interests, which include union busting. So it's up to you and me to critically think about why a company, a big-ass company like Burger King, would implement something that constantly monitors their employees. So we've got two wars involving AI happening right now. It's the war in Iran, where they want to use AI to automate the act of killing on Iranian people. And we have the war at home, the war on workers, the war on human workers. Because here's the thing that they're not saying too. It's not just about, busting unions or monitoring employees. Think about how demeaning, how dehumanizing, how uncomfortable it would feel to be working in that sort of environment where you're being constantly electronically babysat by a digital union buster, by a virtual supervisor literally breathing down your neck, making sure that you say the right things. It's disgusting, and nobody's going to want to work for that company anymore. And if you don't think that that's exactly what they're hoping for, then I don't know what to tell you. Fast food chains have had touchscreen automated kiosks for years so that they could hire fewer cashiers, pay fewer people benefits and wages, hear fewer complaints or plots for unionization. They've been doing this forever. AI is just going to expedite that process. AI is just going to make it easier to demean these workers to the point where you are forcing them out of their jobs because no human being with any amount of self-respect will allow themselves to be treated this way for minimum wage. That's the truth. So once the humans stop working, it gives these companies like Burger King an out or an in to start saying, oh, well, nobody wants to work anyways, so we have to implement the AIs. And then there goes service work out the fucking window. And that's really concerning because, well, people need jobs so that they can make a living, so that they can eat, so that they can live, so that they can continue going to their jobs and continue eating and continue paying their rent and continue living. Like, either these companies don't see that or they very much do see that. They want that and they don't care because to them it's survival of the fittest. If the poor people die out, they don't care. They don't have to deal with them then. We have AI. They don't have to hire anybody. They're not losing employees. It's very sad what we're seeing happening now. And there's not really a lot that you or I can do to stop it, aside from writing a letter to our senators. But unfortunately, some of our senators, Chuck Schumer, will just go ahead and write a fucking letter themselves. And that's it. So it's not really like that's even getting us anywhere. And I've kind of just been going off on a tangent, recognize that, and think that I'm just going to post this episode as is. It's good to be back, though, by the way. I don't know what to do about this. And I think we're all kind of in this position where we see something that is so out of our control trying to take our lives from us. And that's not only infuriating, but it's scary. I'm sure you're scared. I'm fucking scared too. They're coming for every job. It's not the immigrants. The immigrants are going to be worried about AI taking their jobs. That's a fucked up joke, but it is based in some truth, which is that AI is the enemy. It's not immigration. It's not undocumented migrants. It's not the immigration system. It's not people who are different from you and me. It's AI. It's the thing that is pretending to be people and stealing from us, whether it be intellectual property or employment or opportunity. And it's time that we plant a fucking flag and declare a fucking war where a war needs to be fucking declared. And that's on people like Sam Altman. That's on people like even anybody in OpenAI, that any Anthropic even, because they still have done shit for the military that doesn't involve killing, but still leads to killing anyways. They're still making software that's going to replace our fucking jobs without there being any other jobs left for us to go to once our jobs are fucking displaced. It's just displacement. They're displacing us. And then they expect us to lay down and die once they're finished. And I don't find that to be okay. I don't think you find that to be okay. So, until next time, this is the Short News Podcast. My name is Alex Mador. Fuck OpenAI. Sam Altman, you can go fuck yourself. And I hope every pillow you lay on is warm and uncomfortable for the rest of your life.